I was on a cross-country flight, wedged between the window and a 250-pound sleeping man with no seat-back entertainment. I had with me a copy of Wired magazine, of course the Sky Mall catalog, and then my own imagination. As they're going through the pre-flight checks, I'm thumbing through the catalog. Between the advertisement for pepperoni-flavored toothpaste and drool-absorbent travel pillows, I noticed that they were selling personal drones. Now this is a few years ago, but it occurred to me, how long will it be before everybody has drones? Shortly after takeoff, I'm reading my magazine, and I see that they have an article about activists that are flying drones over desolate areas because they suspect that logging, mining, hunting, I can't remember which, was going on illegally. Those two events get me thinking. Over the course of the flight, I sketched out in my head what would become the plot of The Sky's Eyes. Now, I wanted to make it somewhat futuristic, essentially taking the idea of what is modern technology now and what might that evolve into. But I also realized a story needs more than just cool tech. And flying cameras does lend itself easily to the thriller genre, so that's the route that I decided to go. While flying over the Rockies, this story evolved from flying drones to a man named Lucas who records protests and demonstrations and then sells them to the news channels. As I fly over Kansas and Tennessee, I add a few more characters, including a man named Ronaldo who has no control over his body due to a degenerative disease. But in cyberspace, he's part rock star and part god. I also introduced Sonia in the first chapter, which you can read below. By the time I land in Newark, I have the basic framework figured out, but it's all in my head at this point. So over the next few weeks, I write, I rewrite, I rework, I edit, until I have what I think is a decent first chapter, but what do I know? So I put it into an email, send it off to my wife, and say, I have this thing. Don't know what it is, just take a look at it. And I wait, quietly and patiently, I wait. And then a few days later, she comes up to me in the afternoon and she says, so what happens next? My name is Brian McCrae, and that is how The Sky's Eyes was born.